friends, it's Jessi. Welcome back to my channel. A happy Monday, and I hope you guys had an awesome weekend. So I can tell you I probably spent the whole weekend just pretty chill since I had my wisdom teeth out. Still pre-filming, so I will definitely be doing an update as soon as I come back afterwards, probably like a week after the surgery, just because I'm going to try to pre-film a bunch of stuff, like I said in my previous video. So anyways, today's video is another book review. So I'm so excited to be bringing this one to you guys. I was really excited when this one showed up on my doorstep. I had no idea it was coming. It's from the lovely people at Thomas & Mercer, which is an imprint of Amazon Publishing. So thank you guys so much for sending this my way. It's an absolutely stunning cover. I cannot get enough of it, and the story definitely held up as well. So it is called The Ridge by John Rector. This is the first book I've ever read by him, and I am definitely going to be looking for his work more in the future because I was really pleased with this one. So this book basically has to do with Megan and Tyler, who are husband and wife. They moved from Chicago to this little town called, or I guess maybe neighborhood. I don't know if it's a town or neighborhood kind of deal, but it's called Willow Ridge, and basically the Ridge for short. So that's kind of where we get all of this. They move for Tyler's job. So he works at this big like company, and even Megan still doesn't know exactly what he does. So when she starts to get suspicious about certain things, she's asking him questions, she's asking around the little town and her neighbors, and definitely starts stirring the pot because as she moves in, it looks like this total picturesque, like perfect little town or subdivision or whatever you want to call it. All these cookie cutter homes, everything is totally pristine and perfect. And then, of course, there's something that happens that triggers this little thing in her brain to kind of go off. And so she starts to investigate, and things start to get fishier. And this book is not only mysterious, it is eerie, it is creepy, it was intriguing, it was like, had me turning the page. I was totally addicted to it, but also a little bit strange. So I want to first start off by saying the first paragraph in this, and one line in particular, caught my attention like that. I was like, oh my gosh, if this is how it's starting off, it's going to be incredible. And I loved it. I would definitely read it for you guys, but I want you to experience it for yourself and to be as shocked or surprised as I was at how it all started, so I'm not going to tell you. So going back to this whole kind of strange thing. So it definitely is not really a thriller, but kind of suspenseful and like this mystery, and obviously something is happening. You don't know what it is, so you're trying to figure it out. Definitely not what I expected. It was so hard to put down, but it has like this infused kind of like science fiction aspect that I did not see coming. So that was kind of a nice twist. And then once it gets rolling, it really almost starts to feel like a Stepford Wives kind of vibe, which was hilarious because I was thinking it in my head, and like a few chapters later, there's a character that kind of calls it like Stepford and kind of makes a joke about it. And I was like, yes, that is exactly how I feel about this. It also reminded me a lot of like vibes of like, what is that movie with Jim Carrey? Oh my gosh, what is it called? Oh, I'm drawing a blank, you guys. Totally drawing a blank. Okay, so I had to like cut and go IMDb, DB, whatever that is. I had to look it up. It's called The Truman Show. So if you guys haven't seen that, it's basically where this like government kind of thing is like watching over, and everyone in the town is kind of in on it except for him, and he has no idea that this is all happening, and it's like a television show that they're like putting on, and so it's like this crazy twist of a thing. And so while it's not exactly that, so I did not spoil anything for you, but it definitely has vibes of that, and I loved it because I absolutely loved that movie for some crazy, weird, strange reason, which is probably why I enjoyed this so much. There's also like this whole element of like paranoia, which is just, again, kind of goes through the whole like Stepford Wives thing, kind of goes through the whole Truman Show thing, and it just keeps playing off of it, and it keeps getting creepier and more eerie and more like, you know, by the end you're like, seriously, like what? You start to question, like I was so freaked out at certain points, guys, and it was actually so amazing and so refreshing. The only other thing though, and I think it added to it, was the fact that it was like this slow and steady build. So it wasn't anything that started out like crazy and jumped right in and like blew your mind from the start. It was definitely something that creeped out a little bit at a time. And so you're like, okay, but I mean, I read it really fast. And so like I said, I was definitely I found it hard to put down, and I just kept going. And yet at the same time, the story is not totally elevated from the start, but it creates this perfect little pace, and it drops these little like clues and hints at you that totally make you paranoid. And there was a twist in this that I did not see coming from like a mile away. I totally had it pegged to something different. And so when that twist occurred, it blew my mind. So what I'm gonna say right now is probably the most important thing. I don't want you guys to know too much about this. I don't want you to read too much into it. Don't read other reviews or anything. Just pick it up and dive in and just appreciate it for what it is, because I really enjoyed this. I gave it 4 stars. And the more I kind of think about it, like I almost want to give it 5 stars. I just feel like there were some definitely predictable moments where I thought everything was going to play out a certain way. And like I said, most of it kind of is that perfect little world. So you kind of expect a lot of this, but there is a really good twist that I didn't see coming. So I don't know, somewhere between a 4 and 5. I'm still going to hang on to that 4 for now, because I don't know. Like, the more I talk about it now, I'm starting to think maybe 5 stars, but when I was reading it, it was really good, really different, and I just really loved it, but I don't know if it'll actually stick with me forever. So that's kind of one of the reasons I kind of gave it the 4 star, but definitely interesting, and I really hope you guys will check this out. So like I said, just forego everything, get it, dive in, read it, and then come back and let me know what you guys think. So there's a link below to where you guys can order from Amazon. Again, clicking those affiliate links definitely does help support this channel, so that is greatly appreciated. And if you guys do read it, I would love to know your thoughts and opinions on it. If you guys were kind of like in love with it the way that I was, if you guys got the same kind of vibes, or you maybe didn't see the twist coming like I did, or maybe you did, I don't know. I would just love to chat with you guys, because I think this is such just a fun book, and I think it came at the right point in my like reading pile, that it was just something so refreshing and different. And yeah, so I definitely love it. So kudos to John Rector, to Amazon, and everybody at Thomas & Mercer for such an amazing, you know, read. And also, like, the cover, if you guys, I can't believe I made it this far without like mentioning it, but it is such a killer cover. I love it. And even the back is super pretty. Like, it's so cool. Like, I'm obsessed with this cover. It's definitely going front out on my shelf, because I cannot get enough of it. So there you guys have it. There's my thoughts and full review and everything on The Ridge. So I know this was one that was coming anticipated, because I just posted yesterday about one of a thriller that I really enjoyed, and everybody seemed to really enjoy that, and so we all got excited and started talking about other like kind of thrillers and mysteries, and so this one's going to be added to that pile, and I cannot believe I haven't mentioned it to them yet. So I'm going to hop off, let them know about this book, and again, if you guys check it out, let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Bye, you guys.